Everyone, Richard Carlton here. Welcome to another awesome day where we're learning the FileMaker platform. Things are a little bit chaotic at the moment because I got a late start on the broadcast, but welcome everyone. Welcome to learning the FileMaker platform. I'm Richard Carlton, creator of fmtraining.tv, where we create great FileMaker training. And once again, back by popular demand is the great one himself, Nick. Nick Hunter, are you
Hey,
there? Hey, Nick Hunter,
uh,
how are you?
I'm here. Yeah, thank you for having me today.
So people are like, hey, what's going on? Can we learn some new stuff? So today we're going to be talking about, what are we talking about, Nick? We're talking about indexing in the
Eh,
FileMaker
Yeah,
platform, right, Nick?
yeah, exactly. Yeah. We are going to learn kind of for the good behavior. Like say, I don't like the word practice here. Like say the good behavior that we need to have with indexes is very important.
And so the reason today is kind of a performance conversation, but it kind of came up yesterday. We ran into some performance bits and pieces about about this, to be honest with you. And the whole idea was that people are asking questions about indexing and performance on indexing and UUID text versus UUID number.
Okay, so you everybody see my okay. So yeah, you can see my screen now. Okay, so yeah, so indexes. It's a double edge on many things here. In many aspects of FileMaker, you have a double edge anyway. When you go to the extreme on anything, you get problem. You know, when you go to the extreme in indexing, you extreme in caching, extreme in making script and stuff like that. When you go extreme, you get problem. So the best way is to limit as much as possible indexing in FileMaker. Why? Because I can get your file to triple the size in matter of second just by misbehavioring, misbehavior of the indexing. So let me explain. So here we have the kind of classic status solution that that we had in FileMaker before, and you can see everything is indexed. Okay, every single field is indexed, right? So this definitely is not a good behavior, because if you have everything indexed, that means everything you're going to type in your fields. So let's recap a little bit what index doing. Okay, so each time you type, let's say you type here in the name, you type ABC. Okay, in fact you type AB, ABC, then you have what's the name? BA, okay, BC, like that. C. So you type this in FileMaker. When you type AB, in fact, you type all of this. So each time you index something, and you are typing something in the field, this is what you have. So you can get crazy stuff. Okay, so you can inflate your file uh, dramatically, and then you are counterproductive, because indexes is supposed to be faster for searching and stuff like that. But if your file is 200 gigabytes, because you are indexing everything, right? Or of course, at one point you have a big problem. So especially when you have if you have fields in your solution where you have a lot of text, you have a big chunk of text in one field, and you index that field because you want to search in that field, then you have a big problem. Okay, so in that case, we have other way to do things when you have a big chunk of text and you want to search on it. But here, what I suggest you to do. Okay, first of all, when you create a new field, new field in FileMaker, um, it doesn't come indexed. Okay, it doesn't come indexed. And as you can see here, if you go to storage here, it says indexing none. It put none by default, and then it says automatically create indexes as needed. So what does that mean? Automatically create indexes as needed. Let's say, for example, I'm declaring this field, or kind of for this new field here. I'm creating this as a relationship, for example, right? Okay. And I click here, and now this field here, this new field, no, it's not indexed because it's the other side. It should be like that. Company new field. Okay. So I'll do this. Normally, it should index it, start indexing it, but maybe because it's empty. But if I put something in the field, let's say new field here. Okay. If I put something here and something in company, then now it starts to be indexed. It's not supposed to be. I never know which one is. Anyway, so FileMaker will automatically index the field as it needs to be indexed, right? So it should be indexed now. No, it's not. Okay, never mind. So it should be, say, minimal, at least, because it is a relationship, okay? So if you do this, automatically FileMaker will index that the way it should. For example, if I'm searching in this new field here, I'm searching something, okay, obviously here now it is indexed, see, indexed, because, and it said minimal, because I said I want to search in the field, okay? So the field was none, right? It's not indexed, so now the field is not indexed, see, not indexed. As soon as I search something in it, okay, whatever, you know, whatever I search in it, now I go there, and now it is indexed. You feel it is indexed. So, but automatically FileMaker picked the level of indexing that it is required for the field to work well. FileMaker said he didn't pick all; he picked minimal. Okay, because he knows what level of indexing he needs for the action. If it was normally, I don't know why, but it should have been, when it is a relationship, it does all here. But I don't know why I didn't do it. But maybe because I don't have enough record. I don't know. But anyway, the good behavior here is to go into your field and say and do this. You know, you go one by one into your field and you start and you close all of this. Okay, you close all of this, and then you let FileMaker do his job to index the field you need to be indexed. Sometimes I encourage you to say, okay, don't index at all. Okay, don't index at all. For example, you know, so if you have a big text chunk of text in the field, you just do none and you uncheck this. That means it will never get indexed again, automatic. Because when you do this, right, automatically FileMaker will. So let's say I have a company facts. I have those fields not indexed like that. See, I'm doing this right quick. So you said no. So it's a long process because you need to do that one by one. But when you have a problem with your indexes and you want to clean up your table, you need to do that and let FileMaker do its job. Of course, you have to be wise here and to what's the name? To check the box index or not when it is relevant. Okay.
Very, very important. Very, very important.
Yeah. Because if you so now I destroyed pretty much all the index here. Okay. This one, for example, see, it's all. This one, it's all. They were all minimal, and this one is all. Why? Because it is a match field. So if I close this one, okay, if I remove this one in the index here, and I leave automatically, it will automatically. If I said this, where is matching field? Contact ID. If I do this, it will automatically reindex. So now I don't have index at all, okay? See, no index at all. So now what happens if I enter here and enter Nick, for example, Nick Hunter, okay? So I'm doing this, and then I create a new record, and I say Rick Carlton, okay? So here, I still don't have indexes. See here, okay, first indexed. It indexed automatically first and last because I entered some data inside. Okay, So now it's indexed automatically. So what happens if I say, okay, no, I don't want this, and I don't want this, okay? It won't index it anymore. So if I say new record, and I say, look, okay, and now I say here it's not indexed anymore.
Well, I got a question. Doesn't the indexing turn on when you do a search on it or use it in a relationship? Why did it turn on just a second ago automatically?
I have no clue. I was surprised myself. The problem, okay, here because I talk about you remember yesterday about the compacted copy?
Yes.
Okay, so I talked to a guy Oleg. You remember Oleg?
Oh yeah.
Oleg. Okay. So I called him yesterday, and I talked to him about that. He said, "Yeah, but remember, Nick, FileMaker changed the behavior of stuff all the time. This kind of things, this kind of behavior, they change it in 12, and then they discover that was generating bugs, so they change in 13 again, and 14 they were back on this. They keep changing, and I remember that there's two versions of FileMaker between 12 and 15 where compacted copy was removing the index. I remember that, but
really,
but then they changed it because people were complaining, or maybe they have complaints and stuff like that, and they reverse back. So here's the same problem for the indexing. We can rely on this because they keep changing the behavior. There's no reason to index it is a single table. There's no reason normally, as you notice, normally they should,
I'm gonna verify your test here, so I'm gonna do this name.
See, it indexes automatically. It re-indexes automatically. So I am in FileMaker 19, or maybe 18 will be different. Okay, because there's no reason why it create an index just because you enter data inside it.
Okay, it hasn't turned it on yet on this. There's something with that starter solution that's going on, Nick. I'm looking at. I just did it right here. I did data entry. It didn't add it. I wonder.
I know why. It's because of this. Hold on.
It's because of what? You got a trigger or something?
The quick find. Let me see.
Nothing like struggling, because I just did it for.
It's still indexing. It's still indexed. So let's create a new file from scratch. Okay.
Okay, I just did that. I think you're gonna find there's something in that file. Go ahead, do this. This is good.
Yeah, maybe the
test to do. There you go.
Yeah. Those are keys. Let's create a new field, and there's no index. Okay, in this field. Okay. Oh, sorry. So there's no index. I click here. I add something here. Okay. Stop index. Yeah, something wrong with this solution.
Well, is there a trigger running or something? I mean,
I don't know.
It's like you'd have to like tear it apart. So by default, it doesn't. If the index comes on automatically, you need to ask yourself what is happening and why.
Yeah. So, why? So I have no clue why.
Is there a trick? Do me a favor. Reset it out. Unless it's part of the relationship. Is it part of a relationship? I guess
no, but
no.
Yeah. Okay. If I do this. Okay. Let's remove the. Yeah, that's a good testing because those things we don't really do it.
Well, that one's automatically on. So yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So if I do this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's indexing thing. So I don't know why it's doing this.
Wait. Go back to your validation on that. I know the answer. Go back to your validation. You have a validation.
No.
Okay, well, some of these validations only work if, like the unique and existing value, only works if the index is enabled, right? They will. This would normally, I think, require the index, right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking that one of these would trip it. What was auto enter again? Anything? What's that?
Yeah, there's something on the auto enter. Maybe that's why it needs to be. Let's uncheck this.
Okay.
On the first. Okay.
Okay.
And let's restart the.
That calculation was tripping the index.
Oh.
No. What? Okay, you got
That's weird.
you
It's
got
weird,
some
huh?
funky stuff going on here, Nick. This is like the X Files. I know a lot of you don't probably don't know the X Files, but
Yeah,
wow,
it's
yeah.
the X file because if I do this file, this new file here, I didn't. That's the normal behavior. So
That's the expected behavior. If it's automatically creating indexes,
yeah, so that's the expected behavior. So we found something we those are out of FileMaker status solution, brand new file, and there's no shared.
but for
Normally
the
they shouldn't be off.
but for
It's off.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What else? So it just yeah, there weren't. You said there were no triggers, right?
No, no trigger, nothing, and
A layout trigger, maybe.
no, there's no. I checked. No, there's no trigger on the
Do me a
field.
favor. Just give me a favor. Is just go put your script debugger on and let's go edit. Just for fun. I want to make sure nothing's firing, because that would make more sense. Well, okay, you got to move out of the way a little bit.
Oh yeah, nothing fine. It's here.
Yeah. So just type over there. Go in there and type. No, type, and pick another field or something. Okay, nothing's tricking. So, all right, you've got some funky stuff happening.
Yeah. See, and the last thing here is indexing the thing automatically. I don't know why. It shouldn't be. That's why I was very surprised.
Yeah.
I was very surprised about this when I saw this. I wasn't expecting that to happen here. But let's say your validation the same and auto entry.
What about store? Was everything else?
No, it's very weird. It's extremely weird.
Let's figure, and that figure on it is like Japanese or something, right? Or whatever.
Okay. Is unsorted, so it's
create a new layout. Create a new layout. Create a new layout.
Create a new field.
A new field, and then also new layout. So now we're having fun, right? Because create as needed is checked. Well, okay, but it's not needed. That's the whole point, Andre. It's not needed. It's not needed, right? We only need it for a relationship, or
See, here it didn't do it. It did it on first and last.
Is there?
No. I know why. Okay, good thing, because that's an install calculation that point on this.
All right, please educate us.
Okay, so actually it's a good thing that happened, because
okay, everyone. Okay, this is good. What you're about to hear is good bullshit. When you get caught on live TV screwing up, and then you say, "Oh, it's really good. It's happened this way." So then go ahead.
Yes, it is, because this is one of the way. I have many ways where you can get screwed with the index, and this is one. When you have those freaking calculation that unstored, because I'm doing I'm at war with the unstored calculation. I don't know if you noticed that since the beginning, and the lean design stuff is I'm at war, because obviously see first last. So all those look this. I removed this one. All those label, all those things where you have the name involved. So let's remove those two.
Wouldn't you normally do this as an auto enter for the most part, Nick?
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's remove those things here. Let's remove our.
There's one second from the bottom. There's one there, and then there's one, that one, and then there's one, and there's one there's there.
Where you have the name? Where you have the name?
Well, I don't know if the name it in or not. It's a long calculation. Might as well get rid of them all.
Yeah, exactly. So delete that. Completely, all of them. Okay. So you don't do script parameter and stuff. Okay. No more. Okay. So now I'll remove this.
So a calculation populating in another field.
I really don't know. It's very weird what happened here, because I said no. What happens if I said this? If he's indexing with this, that means we have a problem here. Okay, so this is not doing it. Okay, no. At least like that is not.
But so what about the calc auto enter calc there? What's in that auto enter count?
It removes the text format here.
Yeah, doesn't do anything. So
here, okay.
Oh, there's contact name.
Yeah, contact name, but it's.
I know, but if it references...
It's a string. So yeah.
Oh, it's a string. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
If it's empty,
You
oh,
have
okay.
to uncheck as yeah. Well, the problem is we unchecked it as needed, but then it turns itself back on, right? So
Okay,
oh,
so, yeah.
uncheck as
So
needed. Yeah, yeah. Here's the problem. I think we were laughing back and forth about this,
yeah,
Andre. It's not supposed to turn itself on because it's
yeah.
not needed. It's only
It's
needed on
not
a
needed.
search or on a
Yeah,
or
it
on a
tells you here.
relationship. Yeah.
It tells you here. Some operation like finds, support functioning like relationship joins, and field value uniqueness, like you said, Rick, or at the cost of increasing the size and time spent indexing. So that's why we. So here, I mean, I think this file has a problem here.
Uh-oh.
Maybe because I think
Why don't you create
because
a
when
new layout? Do me a favor, just create a layout there in that file. Ken says, is there a value list being populated by the field, a dynamic value list? Yes, that could cause it
yeah,
too.
okay, you know, he's right. This is it. This is it. It's not it. No, no, no.
No.
Company,
Sure?
no.
Custom
I can just
values.
remove it.
Yeah, delete them all.
I remove them all, and no, no. See, it's incredible. But he's right. A value list would have done that too.
We've done that too. Ken, you get a gold star for that. Try to set it to none and uncheck. Yeah, we did that when and then it doesn't do it, right?
Yeah, it's a none, and
then you
again, and
well, yeah, but he says uncheck.
oh yeah, that we did that.
We did that. We did that. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't recreate it, right? So
but you shouldn't do that. Okay,
that should
anyway.
not be happening. That is a bug. Bug. Do it again. Andre says do it again. Andre says yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. All right. Just put the field on there. There you go. So back to browse. Did you reset them? Okay. Delete. Okay, go ahead and clear that one. I don't know if it was clear or not. Try it again. Okay.
It's a layout.
It's a layout. There. Anyway, you get the idea. It could be. What about hidden? A hidden shouldn't do it, would it?
A hidden should do that too.
Should or should not?
It should trigger, but there's nothing that goes to the name.
Well, it's something on here. Something's on here that's causing it. So yeah. So just so you know, if you put something unsavory into that, you can trigger the index again. So
now, see, this layout has a problem.
Yeah, that layout has an issue.
Yeah,
it's interesting. So we managed to waste 25 minutes on that, but that's fine.
Yeah,
but it's educational to understand.
Yeah, so there's a problem. So there's a problem with that layout.
The default behavior is that it doesn't create the index automatically. Yeah, good exercise in beating our head against the wall. Yes.
Yeah, it's exactly, yeah. So let's start with a new file since this one doesn't have. But the point was that you can get screwed with the index like you know, an uninstall calculation that points to their what's the name to the field. So if you have an uninstall calculation like this one, see, let's say it's here. I have an uninstall calculation calcs, and I create the calc here, and I point the calc to this is installed, okay, and it's text. Automatically, it's going to index the file, the field, if I put something in it. Okay, if I show the calculation on calc here, see, it's not indexing. Okay. Okay, so but definitely the value list is doing it. So anyway, the point here is this: indexes. If you have too much indexes, you're inflating your file. Okay, so you're going to.
Can I give the tip here? I'm going to divert. I'm going to execute on this just briefly, real quick. Can you go back that layout? So if you suspect, so let's just pretend for a second we think that this was corrupted. Go back to you have the original layout there that was having a problem. This is a basic technique every one of you needs to know. And what you would do is you would go to layout mode, and you would slowly remove two or three of the objects, or half the objects, until you got to the point where go and delete it. Then you delete those items, and then you would run the test again, right? Until the point where you delete something and the problem goes away, which means that either it's something.
No, it's there.
Is it
still there?
Okay? So there's remove some more stuff. But this is actually how you would go about finding a corrupted object on a layout, right?
Yeah.
So you would go and remove the section on the left. Just go ahead and do it. And
so let's remove everything and
and
just keep this. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you're down. Yeah. Keep those two. Get rid of that. I guess you get rid of the header too, right? Let's see. And then on the right, there was stuff on the right, or is it all gone now? Is that it?
Gone.
Okay. So now try it again. Now, normally what would happen is you eventually get to a point where the problem goes away, and then you know one of the items you did was the problem, right? So he's going to test it again right here.
It's something here.
Something in that layout is literally corrupted. It would seem.
Yeah.
Is there There are no layout based triggers. You check for layout triggers.
Yeah, there's none. There's none. There's none. There's nothing on the side, and I don't know. Here, I'm puzzled, to be honest with you, and.
But that's fine. But that's a good exercise. So now if this was your solution, like Ken Tooley was dealing with this, basically the idea would be that then you'd need, unfortunately, you'd have to rebuild this layout from scratch. The problem is if you say you found an object over here and you remove it and the problem goes away, you can't just copy and paste. You have to delete that object, totally get rid of it, and then grab whatever you need and rebuild it. Totally rebuild it. Okay.
Actually, we can do that. That's a good point. First and last.
You could. Okay, try that. Browse. Do it again. Do your test.
See.
That was it. Those field objects were
those two fields were corrupted in one way.
Corrupted somehow. Wow.
In one way could be. I don't, because there's no way here to be corrupt here.
Well, it would be hidden under the autocomplete.
Hold on. Yeah.
Autocomplete instant.
Bingo. Autocomplete. Okay, so
it's not corrupted. We're just stupid.
No. It's just that we look. Something that, I mean, look.
I'm not mad. I just feel stupid, right?
No, it's not. No, we're not. It's because I swear, God, that you don't have one FileMaker developer in the world that can know all of those things. It's because that's why I'm not here. I didn't want to go too far on why indexes were created. I was going to explain why you should get rid of them.
Which you still can do that, but I think, listen, there's a lot of senior people here, and what you just did was super valuable. The triage, the diagnostic process.
Yeah.
Was because this is what happens to me. Claire says, "Hey, go test the new ETS version of FileMaker or whatever," and this happens, and I get in there and I go, "Oh, this doesn't work. This doesn't work." And I write up this thing, and they go, "Richard, that's a standard feature in the product for the last 12 years." And I'm like,
"Yeah, happened to me all the time. Oh yeah, it's a legacy problem. It's a problem. Okay, you know what? When I was at FileMaker, what I was telling me, they would say, "Oh yeah, but that's a legacy issue."
J Montan Ha 54 says, yesterday suddenly a global field I used in a pop-up menu became enormous. He doesn't say what enormous is. And I could adjust its size. I tried everything, but I could not change it anymore. Sounds like the handles on the object got super big, Nick, on screen. When he says enormous, like the object would
I have no idea what happened. The object became enormous. Maybe because he's zooming. Is he zooming?
I don't know. I need more information. I'm happy to answer questions like that, but I don't know.
Is zooming because if you zoom.
Yeah. All right. Switch back to your screen. So Ken was throwing me off. I've been embarrassed by the whole exercise, but it's very educational. I mean,
look, I'm not personally. I'm not because there's so many things here that you have absolutely no control, and you have no documentation. You have no control, and sometimes maybe in your time, in your life, you knew about it, and then you forgot about it. Because sometimes you know something for a couple of months, and then you forget about the thing.
That happens all the time. I watch my videos. I'm like, holy cow, I don't remember that at
Exactly.
all.
So yeah, that happened to me exactly with the lean design. So, I was talking about that, but where did I get the information? Because I have no clue about what I was talking about. And here the problem for those index stuff. There's many ways the index can start again. That's why I was saying, when you don't want, so let me share my screen. I said, and that's what I was going to say before we had this explosion, before we had this explosion.
Right.
Yeah, being enormous, I was saying, maybe it's zooming. Maybe it's zooming, and that's why the object is big.
Yeah, no, he just said the font size becomes big.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So maybe because you have to check here. Maybe because sometimes you can do the placeholder to be like 255, and then inside, the inside the placeholder, you have many ways to have the fonts big. You can have different fonts. You can have a font for here.
Oh, and I didn't know that. You could change the sizes based upon that.
So you can have a size for normal, which is 12, and a size for over, which is 56. So if you have something like that, you can have something. If you write something like that, you have this. You see?
Oh, I think NJ was playing with that. He had that auto sizing thing that.
Yeah. So that's why you do this, and then you can press. You can say, press. I want 150 and red, right?
Okay, that's probably what he did. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have this happening, so it looks normal. Then click. When you have press or in focus, we need to go in focus here. So press. See, you can have different kind of style.
Yeah.
Normal, hover, focus.
All right, there you go, JM54.
I think that's a problem.
There we go. That's another one. That's two in one day. Wow, we're learning all sorts of new stuff.
Yeah. So when you have this kind of problem, you click here and you say reset to default.
Go there.
Yeah, and then you're back to normal.
Yeah, that's really good. So
unless you tap your default.
We're gonna have to beep that. Beep. You can't.
Okay.
You can't say that word. It'll have to beep.
You messed up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay. So for the index stuff, so that's why I was saying, when you don't want the index to get on, you remove that and you put none. Okay. So then you're sure that those fields are not going to index. Remember, we had a customer, and you remember, Richard, we wanted to back up his data. Remember, and his 500 gigabyte. Okay, that was the size of the file. And playing with the index, because I wanted to export the data. And the exportation was taking days. I don't know, you remember that when we tried to do that, and it was after 5 days of exporting, it was still exporting. So and I turned off all the indexes. All of them were turned off completely. The file shrunk from 200 gigabyte to 20 gigabyte. Okay, and I exported the data in less than 15 minutes. Okay, so that's why I'm saying index is dangerous. It's great, but it's dangerous when you have everything indexed, right?
Right.
So it means, and that what happened today with that explosion of problem that we just experienced right now, is that if you have all your fields like that, and you say, okay, you know what, I want this to be turned on. That means automatically now they're all indexed. Okay, bam, all indexed. So when you didn't have the control on this, right? And maybe you don't want to index the home address and the home city and the home country. Maybe you don't want to address this, And for example, if in the note, for example, if in note you putting a big chunk of text, like, you know, copy paste a text from the internet, okay, that is million of records of characters, and you paste there. So you have two things with the index: the size of the file and the time required from FileMaker to index, right, the field, the field. So that requires time. So if you have a lot of fields, like imagine you have a table and you have a lot of fields in this table, a lot of fields, okay, and they're pretty much all indexed. You can imagine the impact on your server when you have 50 or 60 users modify this table. So that means FileMaker is going to reindex all the time. Well, pretty much 20% or 25% of the time the server is working for the reindexation of your field, which doesn't make any sense, because you want the index to get your file faster, but in fact you're getting your file slower because you're too extreme in the indexing. So make sure you want to index the field you need.
Minimal yes, index does 100 characters, and all index does all words, right? Yeah.
I can show you how index works.
Yeah. By the way, Andre, the words are anything with spaces and hyphens and stuff. It's FileMaker. It's so tricky in terms of what it considers a word that it's not even specifically definitive if you dig into some of the documentation. There are times when a period will be part of a word or not part of a word. I think it's a very long list of exceptions. Like word count right there is not, obviously if we're just kind of getting an approximate number, that's fine. But there are times when certain characters and slashes and things will cause the word to be not two words. It'll be one word, right? Say, oh, that's great. Okay. There you go.
Okay, here, this is the index. So can you imagine if you copy paste a text? Actually, you reach you might end up with a question mark here, because you have so many characters, you go to the limit of the field.
Oh, this is super edgy. Wait. Is that a function? Is that a function that we have? I've never seen.
No, this is my function.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why I've never seen this before. This should be its own little video right here. Like, what is index? And this is what index is, and
yeah. So this is what index is doing. So pretty much I replicate what FileMaker is doing.
Okay, so stop. So let me put this in super basic for everyone. We type that in, and you think that the database, the FMP12 file, right? The FMP file holds that. It's also going to create all this text and stuff this in your file too.
Yeah.
So I like indexes, but they can be overused, and that's why, because look at that book.
TopCat 19 is right. I showed that with the Lean Design course last year, because I wanted to demonstrate my own type kind of the filter within a relationship. So you can imagine, see what happened here. I tapped just Nick Hunter is talking about indexing. So look this. So can you imagine if you have a 10 pages text there, right? And you have, or imagine that you have millions of records with that text in it, right? So at one point, you are inflating your size by an exponential number, right? So that's what I was saying. Use indexing at the right way, because otherwise, I did that experience myself, that I turned off all the indexes that I didn't want, and the file was much, much faster for everybody on the server. Okay, so because they were, and we are today with FileMaker, we are extremely careless about how many data we put in a field, right? We put a lot of things in fields, and so it's very important that you the index, very important. And as we demonstrated, and we had exactly the same problem as everybody could have, that you have indexes popping up all over the place. You don't even know why, and you struggle to say why it's coming up, right? That's why, choose all your fields that you want to be indexed, that there's a value to be indexed, and then you turn off the others to make sure that accidentally they're not going to be indexed. And Ken said something interesting. Yeah, auto entry calculation, not auto entry calculation, but the auto, what's the name of this? The auto entry, autocomplete. Sorry.
Autocomplete, yes.
Okay, autocomplete. Yeah, it's cool. Autocomplete, right? Because if you put Hunter here, right? You create new record. You could take H here. You have if you have enter M here, and you create new record, and now you have 200. So yeah, understand the benefit of this, but you can put auto entry in last name, first name, for example, or city, for example. But do you really want to put auto entry in address, for example? No, because you will never get the address, but for city, for country, you can put that, no problem. You can, but you know that you will never have a 15 pages text in the country name. You know what I mean? So it is predictable that the field will be small. Like first name, you don't have a 15-page document as name. It will be 1 word, 2 words, 3 words. That will be the name. Even if you have a long name like me. What's the name? So the name is predictable. The address, the state is predictable. City, whatever, zip or whatever, is not predictable. You know that those fields will be small. Now, you have fields that are not predictable. For example, notes or summary or whatever explanation. Those are not. They are not. What's the name? Predictable. Then you have another problem also, is when you have a lot of records, like millions of records in a table. Turn off all their indexes, unless you need for search. Right. Very important.
Hey, Nick, on this real quick, on your little, go back to your index. Is that a custom function? Can you show it real quick? Because I'm thinking, because there's a question. I think it shows a simulation of the index of what's under the hood. I don't think it actually shows the index.
No, it doesn't show the index. I'm recreating my own.
Right. No, I know, but that's what people are discussing, right?
No.
Yeah, because there's no way to really see the index. But if you could really see it, it would look just like that.
This is it. Oh, okay. So this is a interrecursive function that I created to create.
But the index, if you could actually look under the hood, it would look like the results of your custom function.
Yeah.
Correct.
Because the index process of FileMaker is doing pretty much the same thing. Actually, hold on. That's great. I didn't get caught. It's great because it's great. Actually, my demonstration does a minimal. My demonstration do what they call minimal. That means this here, my index custom function here.
Are you sure? I think it did the entire thing.
No. It's only minimal because this is minimal. It's going from one direction only, from the beginning to the end. It's not doing from the end to the beginning.
Yeah, well, okay, but indexes don't work from.
Yeah, but they do all the direction, both direction. So
really,
yes, they go both direction.
Okay, that's some secret stuff because I never.
Right. Because that's the difference between minimal and the what's the name, and the all.
Well, the minimal does. It does. No, I think you're doing the all. Well, never mind. I don't want to. I mean, I think you and I need to hash this out because the all is like entire paragraphs, right, of books and things. And Andre was talking about that. The minimal is what you need for a relationship, right? Correct.
Yeah, but the relationship, no, it's the opposite way. The minimal is what you need for search. So look, it's look.
Obviously, we've all ignored indexes, and now we've all forgotten what the hell they do. So, or what triggers them.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it's a problem with FileMaker. The indexes, and even if you go DEF CON, I don't know, and you too. Look, we together, right? We both have 35 years of experience with FileMaker and stuff like that. We are not sure what this index is doing.
I think it does the values from the beginning. It doesn't do the values in the middle. The minimum, I think, it's like a value list, right? Where it just indexes from the beginning of the value list, right? That's how a relationship works. It doesn't work from the middle, right?
So what do you mean by the
Well, okay, so just go ahead and run it real quick. Just put your stuff in there again, okay? So if you so back up. If you were okay, can you put a paragraph return in here? Put a little paragraph return in there, and then put my name.
Okay.
Put my name. Put and then do Richard. That's fine. Okay, so the two possible values that you can use for a relationship here are that value there and that value there. Those two things will drive a relationship to the other side, right? It's not partial, it's complete. So it has to be yeah, this is an all, I think, Nick, because if you keep going down here, it also chops me up by myself too.
Yeah, you're right. He's doing all.
This is an all. This is an all.
This is all.
Yeah,
you're right.
And the minimum would just be yeah, so all right.
No, it's not. It's the minimum would be like this one, and the same for Richard.
For Richard, exactly.
Okay, now, look, you know what? Now it came back to me. That's not a problem with this because we don't deal with that every day. So maybe we've learned that one night at 2 p.m. At 2 a.m. at night we read something on the internet 15 years ago about this. Then we say, oh, that's cool to know. And then we are talking about that 15 years later.
Yeah,
right?
I know we forgot. Hey, look at Andre's comment. Andre's got a good comment for you there. Yeah,
anyway,
he's talking about the insert from index, right? Which yeah. So you just need like a, but you can't do it there. You'd be oh, there it is. I didn't even know it was in there. Yeah, so it breaks it down by the values in there, but you need a one with more than one show. Those are individual words, right?
Yeah.
What if you had like a del? Here, hit cancel and put like del and another word. A del. In one field back in here or whatever, or pick up.
Yeah, maybe I can go to user. We have more.
Yeah.
Choice.
Or do that by their name. Yeah, there you go. By name.
This one.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, you
go. Insert from index. So this is it.
Yeah. So that right there, I think, is the minimum. Right. Those are the minimums. Yeah. Minimum. Because that's what you need to drive relationships. For the search, for the find, you need the individual pieces. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right, so between the two of us, hey, so this is why we work so well together, everyone. Between the two of us, we actually know how the hell this product works. But you have to put us in a room by ourselves while we run into the wall like we're blindfolded, right? Yeah. So
yeah, actually, no, it's not something we do often. So
no.
And that's why you don't have a lot of videos about indexes and stuff like that outside, is because nobody really know what happened.
Well, we figure out just enough, like, because when people do relationships, mostly they just put UUID or a serial number and it matches over there, and you're like, that's good. That's all you need. So
yeah, exactly. That's all what you need to know. But what you need to know is how to behave with this when you have a lot of data. That's what I was saying. All of those things has been created in 1980, maybe 89 or 91 or 92. They have been created for local file running on the SideQuest, right?
Yep.
And you remember the SideQuest, right?
The SideQuest drives, on the
the SideQuest drive. So they were running on the SideQuest drive, and those indexes and stuff, those features have been created then. And when you had 1,000 records, you were crazy with your file, to be honest. Okay, you had a crazy file with 1,000 records, right? So now 1,000 records is like, what said 1,000? We have millions record now, 2 million record. And not only that, but we have a 50 users, 60 users, 70 users using the thing. So now the way you use those indexes is not at all the same as it used to be in the past. But what the index doing and the impact of indexing in the file has been exponentially hurting the file itself. So that's why you need to have good practices here. Okay. Let's say good behavior. Okay. More than practice. Good behavior. Say turn off all the fields you don't need to be indexed. This index stuff, it's slippery, and that's why nobody wants to do it. Because
indexes are slippery. Write that down.
Yeah, it's something works, and then you do the demo, it doesn't work, and something that it shouldn't work, and then you spend like we did, like I did. You spend the day to figure out why it's doing something it's not doing. It's not supposed to do. Right? It's a nightmare. Index. It's a nightmare. Don't try to understand, because even us we cannot. So don't try to understand. Just don't use them like crazy. That's it.
That's it for that. So Nick back tomorrow. Yes, Nick?
Yes, back tomorrow.
All right, very good. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Guys just stepped up the whole way. Calm, cool, collected the quarterback. Great read, good patience. More importantly, great job up front protecting this quarterback to give you a chance. And that's all you can ask for.
Try to rally down 10. 9:25 to go here in the fourth. Short motion by Amendola from the left. Brady takes the shotgun snap. Stands in, throws it left for Amendola. Reaches up and snacks a high throw and lands inside the 10. Rolling to the 9. Ball slightly behind him, but Danny makes the grab.